Metal Nation, it is time for the first metal promo review of 2024. I almost said 2022 because, it rhymes. But
a review in 2?
Yeah. So, for those who are not aware, or if you've forgotten, since we haven't done one in forever, we read metal promos that have been sent to us and then decide how many ears we will be dedicating to said item being promoed. So one ear would be like you're half listening to it. And 2 ears is full attention. All right, you ready? You ready? Oh, and that's Matt, and that's Doug, and I'm Tim.
Hi.
Hi.
See, we took a month off, and I forgot how to do everything. All right, here we go. The Risen Dread unleashes their new sinister video, Betrayal. And then it says the same thing again. The Risen Dread is a metal band from Dublin, Ireland, who have successfully established themselves as one of the country's most promising metal acts in recent years. Might be a low bar. With an EP and a full length already under their belts, they are going to be expanding their discography in the new year, which they tease now with a sinister single and music video, Betrayal. Guitarist William Ribeiro comments on the single, quote, "Betrayal, even though I had some of those riffs for a while, is the first song we wrote after the drummer left." Yeah, fuck you, drummer.
Well, that's a good start.
We wanted to do the opposite of what we did for our last album. We wanted this track to be straight to the point, and not only fast, we wanted it to be aggressive and heavy, with head-banging riffs as well as mosh pit parts. I think Betrayal summarizes the dread that rises again from within each band member after this 2023 year.
Okay.
Nothing better than talking about a woman locked up by her mother. Can you imagine how she felt? Now, I was very confused by this quote.
Yeah, what the hell are they talking about?
I know. But then this out of order promo goes on to say, Betrayal tells the true story of Blanche Monnier, a socialite who was locked in a tiny room by her mother and brother at age 25 for 25 years in a room without light. Musically, it's a death metal song, pure and simple, with heavy and catchy riffs, fast double bass, and blast beats. As far as their new material goes, this track has a bit of everything. Fans can expect a lot more where it came from. Well, not a lot more, it's just an EP. And can also look forward to new elements like the inclusion of choir and orchestra. The Risen Dread is a powerhouse of death and groove metal, and they also draw upon a variety of influences from metalcore to black metal. To hone their signature sound, they turn these elements into something fast, heavy, memorable, and accessible. Fans of Lamb of God, Sepultura, Deicide. What the press has... I'm not going to read what the press has said. All right.
I want to hear what the press has said.
Damn it. Metal Injection said, Silent Disease, the single drives hard as hell with tons of straightforward grooves and meaty riffs, though with a very pertinent message and accompanying music video. The Razor's Edge says, there is a lot for any metal fan to get their teeth stuck into with this impressive release, and the fact that this is self-produced by the band makes Night Hag all the more impressive. And then GBHBL says, Night Hag is a banger. Bangers.
Oh, a banger?
Which I think in Ireland means a sausage.
Yeah,
one with a lot more depth than you might initially think. Memorable music with all the headbanging trappings you could dream of. Period. Dead air.
I'm thinking.
Okay, fine. Oh, I can loop it infinitely?
Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air,
well,
dead air.
That's the podcast.
Yeah. All right. So, they lost me at metalcore.
They lost me with the press release being written in third person.
Yeah.
Aren't most press releases written in third person, though?
You usually say they, the band. I don't know, maybe.
It's too familiar.
No, rubbed you the wrong way, which is fine.
And I don't like how I can't tell whether the logo is meant to be hanging on those chains,
Yeah.
or whether those chains are just coincidentally there.
Yeah, so the
That's a
artwork
good
looks
point.
like a 2000s horror movie poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like good or bad, whatever.
I mean, I've been looking up the story of what's her name, Blanche Monnier, and it's like just a really depressing story. I don't want to hear a metal album about this, frankly.
What, you don't want to hear an energetic story, energetic song with catchy riffs about?
I mean, she was like incarcerated in her own home, and then they found her.
This is a funeral doom song. This is not a death metal song.
And then she was just, after she was discovered and released, she was just institutionalized. So it's like there's no
What year was this?
1913.
Oh, well, that tracks. Okay. No, I'm going 1 year.
Yeah, same here.
Maybe it's good.
Okay, now Ireland, not a metal country, so we have to
Quick,
take that
name
in consideration.
3 bands from Ireland. I can only name 2.
Metal bands or just bands in general?
Metal bands.
Oh.
There's Primordial. There's Crowdcon. And there's
some-
third one. Oh, I guess Skyclad. Are they from Ireland?
There's some Irish band in our Man vs. Machine. I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Skyclad is British. They're from Newcastle on Tyne. So they're out. I just think Ireland's not a very metal location. Now,
Send your letters to you're wrong at podcastthemdown.com.
well, in this case, I'm right. So send your letters to Matt's right at podcast.com. No, wait, not podcast.com. But anyway, it's an eighth of an ear. The lead singer is Brazilian. Bill yourselves from Brazil. It'll be much better. Yeah.
I can
Find
hear someone clicking.
better stuff.
Click, 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 click. All right,
me.
Click.
that's fine.
Turn my
Okay, all
sound down.
clicks you can attribute to Doug. All right.
Doug gives it 5 clicks.
Yeah.
All right, next one. American multi-genre metal band Burning Legion have released their new single Injustice to worldwide media for review and radio for airplay. Injustice is the second single off the upcoming debut album En Saba Nur, to be released at a later date in 2024. Injustice will be streaming everywhere on January 24th, 2024. This track features Eric Fernandez on guitars, Adrian Riffbeast Moya on guitars, Mayhem on bass, and featuring Topias Yokipi from Saasta on vocals. No drummer. So the other band fired their drummer, wrote a song. This band never had a drummer from what I can tell. All right,
Sweet.
comment from band members.
Okay. Oh, this is good. I like this.
All right, Adrian Riffbeef Moya says, I really hope people dig her second release. Wait, isn't this their debut?
Well, no, he's saying it's so
The
good that he.
debut album, but it's the second release.
No. This is their debut. So he's saying when you're listening to this, you're hoping that people would dig his second release. He's optimistic. That's
Yeah.
what makes him the riff beast.
Eric, okay, word for word. Eric, most of the lead during the writing process. We going to keep people on their toes by adding special parts on the album version of Injustice and first release I Am Domination. So don't listen to the single and buy the album because they'll be different.
Right. I mean, I also have to say that lead for most of the thing until the thing is not as good of a nickname as Riff Beast. So Eric, work on that.
All right. Well, Eric Fernandez exposes Mayhem.
Oh,
It says Matt Mayhem. So now we
Oh.
know Mayhem's real name is Matt.
Matt Ham.
Matt Ham. Matt Ham gave us the idea of the song Around to Me in 2022, and we looked at how this has potential to be a Legion song. This one took a while. I guess the song sucked,
This one took a while.
but all the riffs flowed together. I wanted to add some new dynamics and change the feel from our first release, I Am Domination. So there is another release. I'm assuming it's not an album. All right. Mayhem, who we know is named Matt, says, this one is gonna hit you hard. Eric and Adrian did an amazing work putting the guitars together, and I honestly feel like it is something unique to hear in the metal scene. Injustice is another example about how this band, Burning Legion, cannot be placed into a subgenre of metal. The lyrical content is written in the perspective of a warrior coming back to get revenge due to the injustice and betrayal he felt placed by his father/God. Here's the yeah, sorry, I was a little slow there.
I was thinking they were sharing artwork.
No. So
A split or something.
this artwork looks to me like it was either generated by AI or
Yep.
used to train AI. Because it
Maybe
looks like
both.
a magic card, you know? It's like a cowled warrior with the metal, or you know, like it looks like one of the ring wraiths, only wearing silver.
Yeah.
And the purple cowl cape thing, hood.
Yeah, looks like your logo.
It does.
Kinda
Yeah,
does.
it does kind of.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll start on this one. How good can the lyrics be if they can't describe their own musical genre?
Yeah, I thought so too.
I think
they can't describe how they sound. And listen, you don't transcend genres. You're a metal band. You fit into a box. Which box do you fit in? Write it down,
Right.
or I'm not going to listen.
Metal at its heart is about pedantic taxonomy.
yeah.
And if you
Absolutely.
can't do that, you're not metal.
The
Yeah,
box
so-
is more important than the music at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, based on that technicality, I'm actually going to give this 0 ears.
I'm forced to agree. Burning Legion.
Oh Jesus! I just noticed something.
What?
There is a biography that's 7 paragraphs long.
Well, we got to hear it.
No, I want to go to bed at some point.
Can you just all right. Can you read the first sentence of the first paragraph and the last sentence of the last paragraph?
From the ashes of 2022. I already hate it.
I love it. I'm gonna give him 2 ears now.
Burning Legion was formed from the solo project of bassist Mayhem. Then, if you're
Oh,
the founder,
no.
why are you letting the guitarist push you around with your songwriting?
Cause he's a riff master, bro.
No, he's a riff beast.
A riff beast. That's even better.
Burning Legion is I know I'm moving on to the second sentence. This is
Okay,
your fault.
okay.
Burning Legion is a heavy metal online studio band with members from California, Mayhem and Adrian Moya, and from the state of Connecticut, Eric Fernandez.
Can you? What was that term? An online studio
Online
band?
Studio band.
Oof,
All right,
that's rough.
can we just move on?
Wait. Now he has to read the last 2 sentences of the last paragraph.
I've heard I Am Domination numerous of times already. That's what it says. Numerous of times already. I think what I love most is that it's a little outside my favorite subgenres. Which fucking ones? Which subgenres? You can, but still my favorite track that Mayhem has produced. Fucking banger. Hugo Juarez, photographer, graphic artist, designers, Heavy Defender Studios.
I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good bio of the band. I mean,
Yeah, you don't need all this middle
yeah,
stuff.
all that middle stuff.
Finally, influences like, this is buried in the middle.
Okay.
I feel like I don't want to tell you.
Well, I can tell you that I have discovered that Burning Legion is a World of Warcraft faction. Which,
Let's write that somewhere. That's
Right.
way more awesome.
but
All right.
I also think you should sue them because the Burning Legion is also called the Great Burning Shadow.
Hey, that's some bullshit.
I knew that. I don't even know why.
You need to get some of that Blizzard Entertainment money.
Influences like Black Sabbath, you got to put a year on that. Pantera, you got to put a year on that. Trivium, you got to put a year on that. Vader, You don't have to put a year on that.
Yeah, don't put a year for that.
Morbid Angel, you got to put a year on that. Iron Maiden, you definitely have to put a year on that.
Check out our series.
At the Gates, no year needed. And Testament, courtesy year would be nice. I don't like the 90s Testament stuff. When you started screaming for no reason.
Right.
Anyway, Breeding Legion is not afraid to cross and blend genres to give the listener and their fans something different with every track. So you're unfocused. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta stop reading. It's just making me mad.
I'm going to tackle on it's 0 years, but I respect that when they're opening for Avenged Sevenfold in some arena and we're dying on a hill in like the sidebar and our true metal bands that can identify themselves.
We will review that concert because it is our duty, and we will complain that Avenged Sevenfold doesn't know what genre they are either.
That's true, actually. Oh, that's an interesting connection.
All right.
In addition to giving them 7 years, I propose that instead of calling us a podcast, we call ourselves Online Studio Friends.
Yes.
All right. Last one.
All right.
All right. This when I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, we have to do a metal promo right now. Here we go.
2 years.
Knights of Heliopolis, cinematic symphonic power metal. French cinematic symphonic metalers drop new single and video, unique mix of powerful opera metal and cinematic arrangements.
I don't know why you're bothering just saying words that make my 2 years like even stronger.
New song out of their 2024 EP, The Planeswalkers. The single is out January 15th, 2024. The song is called, the song is The Planeswalker. Walkers. Opulently combative, rousingly triumphed. Knights of Heliopolis. Quote, this new EP is released first as 5 separate singles. Those single are a bit special compared to what the band usually does. The character of our story, the Knights of Heliopolis, in addition to being alchemists and in accordance to the same craft, are what we called planeswalkers. That means they can travel between worlds and dimensions. The stories happening in this EP are not happening in the chronology of the main narrative arc of the story contained in the EP, The Last Guardian, and the album Pharaoh. You can see them as side stories that could happen anywhere in the timeline of the Helioverse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
So it's like that extra Dark Tower book that Stephen King put out.
It's not the main Batman comics. It's the Detective Comics Batman continuity.
Yep. Let's finish this up. Style: cinematic power metal for fans of Powerwolf, Rhapsody, Fellowship. I appreciate that they called them Rhapsody and not Rhapsody of Fire.
Yep.
Yes.
Genre: power metal, symphonic metal, epic metal. Tagging: remember, this gives you the hashtags. This is that company.
I have a quibble when you're done.
Knights
or
of
now.
Heliopolis.
What is epic metal?
Paris, France. Planeswalkers, bass voice, debut, single, video. So many of these are useless. Symphonic metal, power metal, epic metal, opera metal, cinematic metal, lyric video, and the company. Bullet points. Gorgeous theatric single and video of the French hopefuls. Operatic, most epic and exquisite sung metal symphonies, highly original, classically inspired, beguilingly beautiful. And then the artwork looks like a watercolor version of like a D&D manual from the 80s.
Yeah, it's very flat. I mean, it's 2 years. You're saying a bunch of things that risk undermining the scores we've already given it. So I want to quibble. What is epic metal? Is that a real, if I type that in Metal Archives?
What is epic metal? I assume it would be bombastic, like symphonic, but like...
But to the extreme?
Like Wagnerian orchestras.
And there's probably a reason why you don't want to say Wagnerian metal, probably.
And a reason why you do.
That's true. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by going through hashtag bass voice on x.com and getting quite a number of interesting results. Oh, sorry.
What? What'd you say?
Oh, X, formerly Twitter. Sorry.
Thank you.
Well, there's only 737 bands with epic and metal in their genre.
But you know what, Doug?
Not
Even
that
if
many.
that's a fake genre, I appreciate. Well, first of all, they're French, so we can't think too much of them. But at least they are giving us a genre, right?
Yes.
They're not
Yes.
doing this bullshit. We have no genre. They are, at minimum, making up genres.
Yeah, I love France, but I can't think of too many metal bands from France, Tim. Who's French?
There's a bunch of black metal bands from France.
Oh, yeah.
Fairyland, which is kind of this style.
I take my comment back. There's a black metal artist that turned to electronic music. A lot of them from France do a great job.
Yep. Yeah.
The lineup, by the way, is Phoebus on vocals, Oswald Kroll on guitars, backing vocals,
I've already given it 2 ears. You don't have to
Adrian
introduce.
guitars, backing vocals, Arcuid. There's 3 vowels in a row. How the hell do you pronounce?
You had me at Oswald Kroll.
on bass and vocals, but on the drums, which he stole from the rich and gave to himself as Robin of Locksley.
Oh my God. This is just. I regret I only have 2 ears to give to the good knights of Heliopolis.
All right, I'm also giving them 2 ears. All right.
Although, in the
That's it for this metal
spirit.
promo, first one of the 2024, and we also only had minimum technical difficulties.
Yeah, I mean,
because I forgot to hit the button.
That's pretty good for us. Pretty
You were
damn
going to say
good.
something, and then we'll close. And
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, in the spirit of releasing 5 singles for the 5-track EP, I will actually be giving 1 ear twice, instead of 2 ears in 1 delivery.
And we'll talk more about it in the music distribution episode coming up. But I think that's what you do now.
Yeah.
Like, you just, like, an album fills itself out in your service as the songs drop.
I have thoughts on that. We should do an episode. All right. Until next time, Metal Nation, release your songs one at a time and change them so they're different than the album, because fuck everyone.
Cast them down.
There is a woman in this band, and I really hope she's Oswald Krolder.